Hi Guy, just wanted to do a bit of an update video just to say what's been going on with me lately and to talk about a bit of a retro business idea I've been having. It's probably something a bit crazy, but we'll get into that later. First off, I say, as you know, as next week, as of the 20th of December, I'm due to fly out to Japan, and yesterday I bought my Japan Rail Pass for all the trains. Basically, if you're travelling outside of Tokyo, which I'm planning on doing several times with my mate, it can cost you an absolute fortune on the trains. Some prices just to go from city to city, you're looking at about £95 to £100 just for a standard return trip, which is absolutely crazy. But with one of these passes, which you can only buy outside the country, you know, you pay £200 and then you can pretty much go on any of the trains all over the show. That's just a bit of a map of where you can go of the country pretty much, so you can pretty much go to any major city. Oh, it's all in Japanese on the back of the leaflet, I think. Japanese, Nagoya, Osaka, Takamatsu, I can't read that. No, pretty much anywhere, but for 200 quid I thought it was an absolute bargain. My mate's got one as well, because we are planning on going to the bomb city, Hiroshima, to have a look around the war museum around there, then all the ancient temples at Kyoto, and Mount Fuji as well. We want to put, at least it's not open during the winter, but around the bases, you know, with the baths and stuff. So yeah, I thought it was a bit of a bargain picking up one of them. But yeah, the other problem is I'm still having an issue with my leg. You know, as I sprained it just over 2.5 weeks ago. Tomorrow, no, it'll be 3 weeks tomorrow. I'm still having problems. I did have a physio appointment last week, just to basically pay a visit and to check out how my broken leg was recovering. But obviously with this, it's just been an absolute nightmare. Now somebody did recommend, one of my subscribers and a mate, I can't remember if it begins with a D, I can't remember off the top of my head and I'm not looking at the monitor now, but he recommended buying a couple of these hot and cold packs and you know, just putting these on and doing the stretches that the physio recommends. But again, my leg is getting better bit by bit, but I still can't stand on it. It's absolute agony to take steps, and I really am worried now. It's a week and a half away till I go. At the moment, I'm doing the stretches that the physio showed me, and so I've been reading off the web and doing them twice a day. On top of that, I'm also using these rubber bands which you wrap around your feet, stretch your foot for like a minute at a time, and then this you attach that to like a table leg or something. Again, do more stretches a minute at a time with these. I'm doing them 3 times a day and it is feeling better. I will say the pain is getting less. It's more, rather than like screamy pain, it's more like ouch ouch sort of thing. It is getting less, but good God, if anyone knows anything about physio, give me some hints or some tips. I need them. I need to get this fixed. You know, I'm going to Japan. I even have to drag myself on the bloody plane next weekend. But you know, I need some help. And if you can recommend anything, that'd be great. I have got another physio appointment in the morning. More for them to have a look just to see how things are going on. But any tips if you've got them, more than welcome. Right. I think that's pretty much it for that. Yeah, this business idea, this has just been something daft rolling around my head for a while now. I work in IT support, but it's nothing major. It's a bit frontline, you know. I work in a secondary school. If anything goes wrong with the PC, I just nip out, go out, fix it, come back to the office, end up sat on my backside all day, respond to calls like that. It's not the most exciting of jobs, and I could do better. But recently, the IT manager is retiring in just over 3 years, which isn't very long. And they basically turned to me and said, you know, we'd like to train you up. And the idea is when he leaves, you can have his job, and it's quite well paid, good opportunity and stuff. And they've offered to give me all the training I want, which is a great opportunity. But at the same time, past few months, you know, with a broken leg, especially with the sprains, I've had a lot of thinking time. And I'm sat there thinking to myself, well, do I want to do this for the rest of my life? You know, do I just want to sit around 9 till 5, IT, blah blah? And a big part of me is thinking, no, you know, I wouldn't mind doing something I'm interested in. But the weird thing is, before I was in IT, you know, I've always worked in offices, general admin stuff. And I worked in accounts for like 6 or 7 years. absolutely depressing, boring job. I don't want to do that, you know. I didn't, you know. I went into looking at other careers and things I was interested in, and I'd always been interested in messing around and tinkering with PCs. So I thought IT was the way to go. So I pretty much quit my job, even with debts at the time, and then just went back. It was absolutely, I've never done anything as crazy as that before. I just quit everything, got a part-time job, went back to college, worked my way through that. Then spent a year, good year, looking for work afterwards, which I couldn't find. I was getting to the point of giving up, and I was quite lucky to get the job I stumbled into, and that's just gone from strength to strength. Well, I went from a very basic salary to I'm on a pretty decent one now, thankfully. And of course, I could be looking at more work, though I'd be more urged to wait a bit longer. Just with the way the current climate is, you know, there's you know, companies going bust all the time. It's not easy to get a decent high-paid job, and this one, because it's like in a school and it's related to the council and government, it's secure, you know, unless the school goes bust and all the students leave. You know, I've always got a job there, which is so it's pretty safe. But yeah, moving on from that, and something like high-powered, I could possibly do it. It'd take a year or two. But again, in a year or two, compared to the fact that if I wait 3 years, I will be an IT manager. You know, it's a bit, you know, you've got to wait up. But anyway, I'm dragging way off with that. The thing is, do I want to do it? Yes or no? I'm umming and ahhing at this stage, and the idea I've been having is a bit of a mixed bag, really. I mean, I've always had an interest in gaming and retro games and stuff, and I think I've got a pretty sound business mind in a way. I could handle the figures and stuff, just because of all the admin stuff I've done over the years. But I would like to tie it in with an interest, and this is just completely pie in the sky at the moment. Again, I've only just been coming up with this, so you'll just have to forgive the scribbled bit of paper. But this is just, I'm not thinking about it seriously, I'm just completely firing ideas off my head. But if I had the money, this is what I would do. Basically, you're looking at a shop there. You've got, other way, camera's reversed for me, looks crazy. Right, on this side, you've got your main shop place, which has got gaming and DVD. And when I say gaming there, I've been mixing that with modern and retro, general sell shop, also selling DVDs. So it'd be pretty much your standard indie selling shop. Now this is just it'd be a retro shop to one degree, but I'm not stupid, you know. You've got to have something that's bringing in regular income that supports you, the rest of the business, and all these indie shops you do, the DVDs are where the money comes from, because you know you've got them coming in second hand, you've got piles of them, you can sell them cheaply, bring cash in, and then you cream a bit off the game and stuff. And the fact is, you know, I've always enjoyed retro. I've dealt in retro before. When I was on my college years, I did a great deal of retro selling. You know, I got masses and masses of feedback on eBay, and I was, you know, I was bringing in probably about £500 or £600 a month off it. I was dealing it pretty well. And the only problem with it was going to college as well at the same time. I was having to spend all my free time just constantly looking on eBay, going to car boots, sales and stuff, picking stuff up, and I enjoyed it to some degree. But you know, the problem is I wasn't centred on it at the time, because I was looking towards my IT career. It was more of a sideline than anything, and in the end I just got tired of doing it. And then when I left college, it just fell to one side and just fell apart. But I think I'd made quite a lot of money from doing it, and if I'd have concentrated on that, I would have made a hell of a lot more. But I think tied in with a main business like this, you wouldn't have to focus on the retro so much. You know, you'd maybe get several grand in at the beginning, buy several grand's worth of retro gear, just have it out on the shop floor, and then as time surpassed and so on, you'd be selling that on, and you know, buying old stuff in, selling that on. And it's the same with the game, I suppose. You'd have a supplier, or I don't know where people buy retro, modern gaming stuff in, but again, it's something I would look into, because again, pie in the sky thinking.